Once again we have a new song that is being pumped out, and it's not really a surprise. I mean, this song's been trending for about 5 days now, and we all know why. The song will only be trending and promoted for a reason. There's a reason why. Because this song is a straight up promotion of getting high. That's all it is. Because it's the agenda of the Illuminati. Oh, let's get stoned. It's dead awesome. That's why you'll see in this music video that it's got the rainbow colours and it's got the effects like someone's stoned. You'll notice as well the hippies, basically, where they go, share the love, man, where they're always getting stoned at concerts. You'll notice that they wear certain weird shirts with like rainbow colours. That's what it is. They just want people to get high on drugs. And as we know, Pharrell Williams, the same person that made We're Up All Night to Get Some, the song with Daft Punk. Basically that song was just complete garbage. Basically the song We're Up All Night to Get Lucky. Basically we all know what that means anyway. Or We're Up All Night to Get Lucky, basically to promote acting fornication. But I mean, you just look at the lyrics, 1 minute you are here and the next you are gone. So I respect you, want to take it slow as you see sex again. Want to take it slow. Sex. Doing it slow. That's what that means. I need a mental receipt to know this moment I own. Do you mind if I steal a kiss? As you see, sexualization again. A little song for you. Can I steal it from you to memorize the way you shock me? The way you move it here. Again, the way you move it here. Sexualization. Just want to feel it from you. Again. It may not seem like sexualization lyrics, but it's hidden in plain sight. They're not openly going to admit and say, they're not openly going to say a woman's private parts and that, because it would be too obvious. They do it hidden in plain sight. This is the way they work. And I mean, you just look at it. Don't be afraid to catch feels of being stoned. That's what that is. It's just thrills of being stoned. Ride, drop, top and chase thrills. I know you ain't afraid to pop pills. There you go. Promotion of drugs. Promotion of drugs. Most likely this is promotion of the drug ecstasy or LSD. LSD is known as, it's also called acid, and it is a powerful drug. It's basically almost worse as heroin and cocaine and crystal meth. See, they want you to go out and smoke drugs. They promote through the song, you only live once, smoke drugs. Because what drugs does is, you'll notice, I've never smoked weed and never will. Not touched any drink. I haven't touched beer ever, and this is the truth. I've never took drugs. And I've never took anything to do with drugs. My body is pure. I've never took drugs. But popping pills simulates drugs. Doesn't simulate prescription drugs. Simulates illegal drugs. And pop pills simulates to LSD. What they take in the nightclubs, where they get offered a tablet and they put it on the tongue and it dissolves. That's LSD. as well. Ecstasy, basically it makes the person basically a lot of, and many people died from it. Many people died from taking ecstasy because it makes the body so overhydrated that it can basically cause an heart attack. But the Illuminati don't care, do they? Oh, it's cool to smoke drugs, it's cool to get high, guys. No, it isn't. It's not cool to get high at all. Yeah, most people end up with drug problems, then they end up having to go to rehab. And that's what they want. They want your life messed up. Baby, I know you ain't scared to catch feels with me. I'm your window shopper, sucker for your love. I'm wearing your goggles, virtual reality, there we go. If you don't know what this means, goggles, they basically simulating here, alter reality when you're stoned. Weed. Many people that have took weed, I can't see the effects of it because I've never took it. I mean, just ask people that have took it, and they'll start to see things, they'll start to hallucinate. That's what they're talking about here. And the reason you start to see things and hallucinate is because it's opens your mind up to a conscious state. So basically you're open to demonic possession. That's why they promote, oh, smoke weed, it's good. That's why the 420 day was made. Because you gotta ask yourself, where did these drugs come from? They weren't created by God. They weren't an unknown plan that was just found by man. It was made. The Illuminati made all these drugs, but they make it illegal. It ain't that it cost you, it might be $1. $1, as we know, paying for drugs. As long as it shocks you, memory, as we know, this goes for the same when most people that take drugs like LSD, ecstasy, don't have a clue what they did on that night. They completely lose their memory, same as getting drunk. That's why most people the next day feel like crap. That is the real reason, because your body, it's not good for you. That's why your body rejects it the next day, because it's a poison. That's all it is. That's all beer is, poison. It's not good for your system. It just destroys your liver and destroys your life. You end up with drink problems, then you have to go to rehab. Well, as you see on and on and on again about sex, oh, can I have the kiss? Can I have the kiss? I mean, it just goes on. Ride, drop top, and cheese frills, oh, oh, oh. I know you ain't afraid of me on again, pop pills. And there we go. I mean, Big Sean says he's a Christian. Yeah, takes the Lord's name in vain right here. He ain't no Christian. But as exposed with the DJ Khaled song, he was basically saying that God is in him. God ain't in these people. These people don't even know God. See, the God that they worship, because the reality of Satanists, I'll just even show you. And as we see here, this is a legit site. You can find this. This is what Satanists believe. And as you can see from the title, Joy of Satan, Satanists. There is no God but myself. Knowing this, who dares worship the false gods of the Quran and the Bible? Satan. This is exactly what Satan would say. This is what they believe. This is what Satanists believe. They believe that Lucifer is God. This is what they believe. Darkness is light turned inside out. Complete bull. It's a complete bull, that. It's not true. I mean, as you see, and as it says here, Satanism is not about evil. Sure it isn't. Sure it's not about evil. Complete garbage. Satanism is not a Christian invention. Exactly. And many people say, oh, Satanism was created by Christianity. No, it wasn't. It was created by Aleister Crowley. Basically the child molester. That's what he was into. Molesting kids. You just have to look it up. That's how sick he was. Aleister Crowley would promote all stuff like this. Important information for non-Satanists, atheists, and those who are new to spirituality. As you see, notice how they mention atheists, because in reality atheist was created by Charles Darwin, and Charles Darwin was a 33-degree Freemason. Satanism is not a reaction to, yes it is. It's complete, see how Satanists lie. They lie and say, oh, we're not about evil. Yeah, you are. True Satanism is about elevating and empowering humanity, which was our true creator, Satan. See what they said. This is what they believe. This is why you got people like Big Sean saying, oh, I worship God, God is in me. In reality, they're saying Satan's in them, because most of them are demonically possessed. That's why they believe the gods. We know Satan, Lucifer, as a real being. We know Satan to be the true father. See what these people believe. These are real Satanists. And they say, we're not about evil. Well, if you call Satan the father, you support every single thing that... I mean, just look at the blasphemy of it. This is what they believe. We know Yahweh, Jehovah of the Bible, to be fiction's entity. No, Satan. This is what many Satanists believe. They believe that Satan exists, but they don't believe that God exists. They believe that Satan is God. Satan is not God. And they say that, oh, we're not for evil. I mean, they get this verse, and thou shalt offer thy burnt offerings, the flesh and the blood. They basically get a verse and take it out of context. Christianity was a reaction to the original pagan religions, labeled as Satanism. See the thing with these people. This is what annoys you about it, because they say that, oh, Satan exists and Christianity was created by Satanism, therefore if you're a Satanist, you're worshipping evil. See how full of garbage they really are. Being honestly, it's straight up garbage. But the reason I showed this, because don't fall for when people say in the industry, I'm a Christian. They're not a Christian. This is what they really believe, that Satan is God. When they mention God, they're not mentioning the God of the Bible, they're mentioning the God of this world, which is Satan. Notice right here, this is 11 seconds into the music video. Look closely here. What is this? This is actually known as Sphinx, or whatever it's called. This is the name of this false entity. That's what it is. It's known as Sphinx. You just look it up, Sphinx, however it's pronounced. You'll see a lion body and a human head. It's the agenda that they believed in. That's why you see with the Egyptians, they have dog heads, because that's what they believed. They believed that they're really just fallen angels. That's all they were, because when Satan came down and rebelled against God and the angels as well of God that came down and decided to rebel as well, came down, forced people to worship them as gods. Then they got people to perform in homosexuality, and because God didn't just flood the earth for a few little sins, it was because whole mankind was corrupt, and that's why God said he basically regretted creating man, because of all this garbage that they did. Worshipped the pharaohs, that's what these are, the false gods. Notice how he's sitting on a chair like a throne, because these people believe they're a god. They honestly believe they're a god. The throne, the pharaoh head of the Egyptians, occult symbolism, these people worship these as gods. That's why they've always got Egyptian chains, they've always got the Egyptian logo chains and that, and they're always wearing gold, because that's exactly what the pharaohs did. They were obsessed with gold, because they seen themselves as gods, and they weren't. And as you see with this, you could say this is basically sun worship. The sun's shining on her, she's looking up to the sun, worshipping the sun, and as well all yellow. Basically she lies on the floor later on in a sexual way. Promotion of lust. Lust, that's what they do in music now. It's all lust. Because this is how Satan does it. This is how he keeps many people stuck in lust, by getting artists like these to act seductively, like a Jezebel spirit. That's what it really is, a Jezebel spirit, trying to seduce people. Because in the Bible there was a Jezebel spirit. Basically the spirit was burned, basically because the Jezebel woman basically slept with all the men in Revelation. She was killed. She was killed to make a statement, because she was a Jezebel. I mean, it's in Revelation. Well, as you see, this is sun worship, that's all this is. Beams like sun worship. And as well, the yellow, the bumblebee, the queen bee of the occult. Always notice here as well, thrown up hidden in plain sight, the devil horns right here. Throwing the devil horns up. They throw it all deliberately, and this ring here looks like a face. And notice it's gold. Notice as well the gold chain, the obsession with gold. Exactly what the pharaohs had, and the Persians, they were obsessed with gold. And as well, it basically promotes the rainbow colours as well, the gay agenda. As we see right here, the rainbow colours. And basically through this song, the water basically changes colours. Rainbow agenda, we know what the rainbow simulates. One, this simulates as well drugs, the rainbow, and as well it simulates the gay agenda. This is basically the false reality that they were talking about when he says the goggles. Basically, many people, when they're stoned, make up their own reality. This is what they're doing here. They're stoned. Rainbow colours. Promotion of drugs. And as we see black and white, what does black and white simulate? The duality agenda. Darkness becomes one with lightness. And notice how he's wearing like a hippie shirt. This is what this is simulating, drugs, promotion of drugs. And as well the colour scarlet. colour scarlet is a big colour in the occult. Purple. But black and white simulates the Freemason Masonic checkerboard lodge floor duality agenda that they believe, the Satanists and all that they believe, that darkness becomes one with lightness, and it doesn't. It's just the agenda. See this is what I was talking about. See how she's looking dead seductive, you're like with porn. The promoting, basically here she's looking dead seductive, showing her legs, basically she's most likely half naked because it doesn't look like she's got anything on underneath it. This is how they work. She's basically being used as a sex object because that's what they programmed, because she's most likely a monarch mind control victim, and they programmed her in her head because they started at a really early age with monarch mind control. They basically they program the victim, mainly women, and when they get older into the woman, they basically promote in the head that they're only there to please the elite and that they're a sexual object. That's why she's doing what she does, because she most likely believes that she's a sexual object. That's why she's performing it in a lust sexual way. That's how they do it. And don't you see even more? See the expression on her face? She's touching her private parts, and her face that simulates an orgasm. They're promoting sex in your face. I mean, many kids, and I've seen most of the comments on her music videos, people actually worship her as a role model. She's not a role model. She now promotes herself as a sexual object. As you see, she looks like she might as well be naked, because she's half naked. Promotion of sex. She's promoting herself as a sex object here, acting like she's having an orgasm. That's how they work. They want you stuck in lust. That's why they use people like this to promote lust in a seductive Jezebel way. Because that's how they sell music now. That's how Nicki Minaj and that's how sells music, because she always flaunts her body. They know what sells. And you see here, this is what I was talking about. See the colours, this simulates getting high. This is what this simulates. They're basically stoned. These colours simulate getting stoned out of your head. They're promoting it. They want people to get stoned. It's all promotion of drugs. And there we go. This is deliberately done, hidden in plain sight. The eye over the right eye. Why of all eyes did he do it on the right? We all know why. The right eye shall be utterly darkened. Promoting the all-seeing eye, the known occult symbolism in the Illuminati. Hidden in plain sight, occult symbolism. Well, as you see, straight up promotion of sexualization. Straight up promoting sex. That's what this is promoting. Again, the spirit of lust. And there we go, there's no women around this. This clearly means the 666 hand sign. As you can see, deliberately throwing it up. Throws it up dead fast to sink into the subconscious. Throwing 666 up. Deliberately doing it. These people know exactly what they're doing. They're throwing the 666 hand sign up. Indoctrinating you with occult symbolism. Does it on purpose. No excuse. And then we've got here the shush oath. As you see, the shush oath basically saying he'll keep his mouth shut about the Illuminati. That's what that means. You just look it up. Rihanna's done it, many others have done it. When they do this, simulates a shush of, they've taken off, they won't ever talk out against the Illuminati because they're complete sellouts. That's what that simulates. And as we see here, the all-seeing eye, one eye darkened, utterly darkened, see the effects as well. Simulates the effects of when you're taking drugs. This simulates, all this song is this promotion of getting high, that's all it is. They want people to take drugs. Promotion of the one eye and the effects of when you take drugs. And there we go again. Just couldn't help himself, could he? Devil horns. The devil horns, the elder Loblo. Devil horns. No excuse here. He knows exactly what he's doing. Devil horns, you position your hands like that. It ain't by accident. He knows exactly what he's doing. So he's promoting the devil horns. Well, then he threw out the 666. Then he promotes the Pharrells.